Hey guys, it's Oz with Wild Flat Outdoors. Finally making it back out on the lake. Had a lot of life stuff going on. Baseball started up. I'm coaching 2 baseball teams. Planting season was in full effect. We were trying to get our corn and our beans at my wife's family farm. And then we also leased some ground. So we are out on Smithville Lake. I got my good buddy Sam. We're gonna be in his boat. I got a new bait company that I hooked up with, Shane Kuhn at AAFC, Anglers in Action for Christ. He hooked me up big time. So we're going to do a bait review. We're going to use his baits. Everybody's talking about the crappie on the banks. They're not really on the banks, but they're getting there. I say another week of this good weather, and they're going to be hammering it hard. So stay tuned and hang out with us. And hopefully we'll get some good fishing content. If not, hey, it's it's fishing. It's not catching. So thanks. All right, guys, we're getting set up out here at W Bridge. So all those baits that AAFC hooked us up with, he has every style of bait that you can think of. He's got this twin tail grub style. He's got one of my favorite, the sexy shad and a monkey milk. He has some small flake and some blue flake. He has little grubs with twin tails. He's got the fan tails, black and chartreuse, gray and chartreuse, a dark gray monkey milk, red fantails. He hooked us up. He's even got a beaver tail, a paddle tail, and he also hooked me up with a color that he doesn't have, but I am wanting to really try it. It's a monkey milk off-white with a blue speck almost. I call it a monkey milk, but it's not really a monkey milk. It's laminated. It's got a teal color to it. He's also got this orange and monkey milk. I mean, every coloration that you could think of, he can make for you. He can make custom orders. He's even got this twin tail deal. Almost like a twister tail, but there's 2 of them. Neat as could be. Anything and everything. Shane went over there, had a good conversation with him. Talked to him what got him into it. He's been into fishing about 3 or 4 years, and he's a machinist, and he wanted to fit some baits that nobody had at the time and started making them. He has molds. He makes his own molds. He does have some factory molds, but he makes his own molds, so they're one of a kind. Nobody else has them. And he has some molds, this long twin tail grub style body, and don't quote me for sure, but he has every variation, not just crappie baits. He does bass, and he has some walleye, and I'm trying to find them. He makes leeches, earthworms. He has everything, guys. Check him out, AAFC. Here it is. He's on Facebook. And Shane Kuhn, he'll hook you guys up. He's also at Burtons Bait and Tackle and J&R Bait and Tackle in Holt, Missouri. And also remember, Burtons has a new store in Paradise also, so check them out. I keep forgetting to record, but all right, that's a good keeper right there. That's a good 9-10 inch crappie. I'll just say 9 for the sake. Yeah, that's a 9-inch crappie. Finally, AAFC. I did on that laminated teal color bait that there it goes. Better. It's got that nice green teal color, a little blue and white speck. Sexy little bait right there. Cast out there, let it drop right in there. Oh, got a little one. You got something too playing with yours? Missed him. They're liking that little AAFC twin tail laminated. There you go, Sam. Itty bitty little fish, but hey, it's fishing, not catching. Oh, he's running some drag on you, Sam. Ooh, you need a net. Hold on. Nice little white. I know. I can see the fish. There we go. Little technical difficulties, but we got her in the boat. Nice little white bass. Bear with us. There we go. Nice, Sam. Little? Yep, way too little. Nice fish though. A little 6-inch crappie. I was videoing, or one of our product things. Old Sam here doubles up on the AAFC on some little 6-inch crappie. And so he's running the purple and chartreuse, and then he's running almost like a silver, or the shadow color is what I call it. It's a clear gray with black speck, pink head, and an orange head on the purple and chartreuse. Oh, that's a good crappie, Sam. On the AAFC, aren't you?
Yep.
Nice. Hit it on that little shadow clear gray with a pink head, man. That is awesome. That's a good fish. Let's get a size on that. Proof is in the jigs instead of the pudding. Nice little, over 10, almost 10 and a half. That's a nice fish. I think he's gonna be close. Got him on the AAFC. I'm just using a regular lead head. Switch over to the color. Using that light clear gray with the long tails, and that jig right there is made, that mold is a Shane Coon special. He's the only one that has that mold. It's got a longer tail, twin tails, as you can see. Good action, good color, good movement. It's producing. All right, guys. So it is 61 degrees. And you can see the fish are piled up. We're right on the shadow line, as you can see in the video. Right here, we're casting in the shade and we're dragging it right out to the sun, and they're usually hitting it about that sun line. But they're stacked up in here. All right, guys, we made the move. We're up north of W, northwest. The first cove on the left. We're just going to test it out. The water temperature up here is 59.7576 degrees. We're in 23 foot of water. We're going to be transitioning and moving up to between the stumps and the bank. We're going to see if we can find anything. I always like a good rocky point, and there's a good rock point up there, especially at this time of year. Cast it and just bounce it off the rocks, and if they are making a nest, you'll be able to catch them off the nest. May not be females, it may be males, but we'll see what happens. So we're up here on the northwest first cove from W Bridge, and we've been scanning, just seeing if there's any action on the bank or anything like that, because I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, they're on the banks, they're on the banks. They're not on the banks. There's a lot of fish in that transitional period from the bank, from the stumps. I've been thumping the bottom of this rocky bank, I don't know, for the past 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and haven't even had one bite. But I'm just seeing if they're in there. There might be a couple males or something, and I'm hoping that, while I'm videoing, this makes me a liar, because we haven't caught a fish in a minute, and I'd like to catch a fish. But nice to just get out and enjoy the weather. And water temperature up in this cove's 61.57. We're in 13 foot of water, and you can see that it kind of transitions up to the bank. Just a steep bank. There might be one or two right there. Let's try that. We'll see if we can catch those fish. And all I'm doing is just casting a little 16th ounce jig, bouncing on the bottom of the rocks, trying just to disturb those fish if they are making a nest, make them get aggressive. Let's try it again. There's some good brush over there laying down in the water right there. So let's see if we can not cast and hit something. Jeez, act like I've never fished before in my day in my life, but there we go. That's good. Let's see if we can pull something off of that little brushy stump area. Ooh. I don't know if that was a bite or if I got hung up. Kind of felt like a bite. If that's the case, there he might be in there. Let's try it again. Knock him in the head. All right. Try it on the other side, maybe. Ooh. That's bottom, smack on the bottom. Not really feeling. I mean, it's a beautiful day. I don't know. If I was a fish, I'd be biting. But today, ooh. All right, guys, we are now back at W Bridge. I want to get you some fishing content. I want to try some of those AAFC jigs. It's been a while since I've done a video. It's not going to be the greatest content, and it's not always going to be the greatest, but hey, we are trying to show you, hey, I'm not a professional, and we are in a different boat today. We are in Sam's boat, and I'm not used to it, and so trying to get used to how it's set up and how everything works. The trolling motor, his is Ulterra, his is an Ultrex, and I'm an Ulterra, so it's a little different. I use my remote, and his remote is a little different. I have the iPilot and Link, so there's a lot of different things going on today, and he's got a new motor on his boat, so he wanted to take it out. His boat does have a little bit bigger deck for us to sit on, so we're trying that out. So a lot of different variables are happening today, and just trying to get you some good fishing content. We're not keeping any more, just trying to see where the fish are. We're not going to go up to Mecca. His graph isn't mapped out. I know the channel, but I don't want to take him up there and wreck his boat or something, since my graph pretty much tells me where to go and where all the stumps are, because I've hit them or I haven't hit them. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of more fishing content for you, and hopefully this video will help you guys. Thanks. Most of the fish today, honestly, I think all the fish I caught, even the small ones and the keepers, was on this jig. This is AAFC again. It's a custom mold. No one else has it. And Shane Kuhn built this mold for this jig himself. It has I mean, look at the action. I'm just holding it. Kind of the water is kind of bouncing me around, and it's got movement without even jiggling it. Now you jiggle it, you can see it. It does have good action in the water. The tails, the two little tails will split apart a little bit and move as one. I don't know if you guys can see, I'm kind of recording while the bouncing, but it has a little texture on the side. I don't know if that does anything, but I've been catching them on this lead head, and you can see it's all beat up. I've smacked the bridge pier a couple times, the columns a couple times, or whatever in the underneath. So it's a good color, it's close to that minnow patterns, that gray. It's got a little bit of speck in it. But that's my go-to today. I don't know what color he calls this, but it's pretty killer, and I mean, it's like I call it the shadow minnow, or minnow shadow, or whatever you want to call it. I'm terrible at filming, but Sam just got a toad using the AAFC jig on a pink head. You need your little fancy toothbrush hook homemade hook remover. Whoop, there it is.
Oh, keep dropping it. Swallow it to your stomach.
There it is.
Oh, I didn't show you that jig.
Yeah, show us that jig. That's the old AAFC made by Shane Coon. His own mold. And the shadow minnow. God, what a toad. Well, I'd probably say 11 inch. She's about to drop some eggs. She's
got them.
She's getting awesome. Good fish. There she goes. Somebody else will catch her. What you got there, Sam? That hook remover. Show us that hook remover. What you got?
I took a toothbrush and cut the head off and put a V-notch in it.
So if you guys got an old toothbrush and you need a hook remover, look at that thing. That
Stick
thing
it right in there and pull it out.
handy as can be. And I know a lot of people throw their toothbrushes away. Well, now you can make a hook remover out of that bad boy.
Works pretty good.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll catch some more fish. All right, guys. I want to talk about AAFC. Shane Coon is the owner. He makes his own molds. He has some molds that are mass-produced, but most of his molds that he has are made by himself. He is a machinist by trade. I was able to go to his house where his shop is and talk to him for 45 minutes to an hour, just kind of see who Shane Coon is, who AAFC is, and what they have and what they're about. And one of the topics that was brought up was how everyone's paths are put into place, and it's crazy that this year being able to do these YouTube videos and Facebook videos for you guys, bringing you fishing content, was because of the people that were put into my path and the people that I've met along my journey in the past couple months of just doing this. The local bait companies, I love local bait companies, helping them out by advertising, by doing reviews and everything else. But, you know, at the same part, they are able to give me free baits, and I'm able to do fishing videos and product reviews on them. And if it wasn't for the local bait companies such as AAFC, I would not be able to do this on a regular. I'd be using some jigs, but I wouldn't be able to have the variety, the variation, the colors, everything that they are able to give out. You know, not everything, it's not free to, you know, to me it's free, but to them, they're giving a part of their hard work, their labor, their costs for me to be able to go out and promote this. And today wasn't the greatest day to do that because I only had a couple hours after work. Those other fishing videos that are cast, catch, that's anywhere from 8 to 12 hour day fishing to get you a 20-30 minute video. It takes a lot. But I do want to give a shout out to Shane Coon at AAFC. Again, Anglers in Action for Christ. Some of the money, the proceeds that he makes off of those jigs are given back to the community through the youth programs or through families in need. And he also does benefits. So if you are doing like a fishing tournament or anything like that, he helps out by donating some of his jigs to those to help raise money for those benefits. So again, if you guys need anything or want to get any baits, go to Burtons Bait and Tackle, J&R, out of Holt, Missouri. Burtons also, Smithville and Paradise, they carry the baits. So get in touch with Josh McIntyre or Rusty over at J&R's or Shane Coon himself. He's on Facebook at AAFC, Anglers in Action for Christ. And I want to appreciate all of my viewers and all of our subscribers. Thank you, guys.